right, good morning. Not a whole ton of stuff. There's a couple of robberies, but we'll kind of wade through the log. The aggravated assaults, both of those were domestics. One was a strangulation case, the other was somebody threatened with a knife, but no serious injuries. The counterfeiting, that was a fake 50 that was found at a business. The disorderlies, nothing real big with there. One of them I don't have reports on. We had another guy wandering in traffic and somebody else that had a concealed knife with them.
On that 150, Sam, is that just motion picture?
I don't... Yeah, no, that's fine. The 50...
Usually those are kind of more uncommon than the $20 ones.
Let me see what it says. It just says that they found that it was counterfeit, but it doesn't give a description of it, so I don't know if that had motion picture on it or not. Let's see, the embezzlement, that was a car that was loaned out. The family disputes are reports. Basically, there was a few protection order violations in there as well. The ID theft, or the frauds were ID thefts mostly. There's a few credit cards in there as well. Larcenies, a bicycle, a few shopliftings, a couple of packages, some other cash that was taken. Narcotics, no big quantities on those. And the robberies, the first one was, at least on the log, was this morning. That was just after 6 a.m. That was at the shopping cart on North Minnesota Avenue. That was the 1000 block of North Minnesota. And had a clerk that was inside, was the only person. There was a guy that came in with a gun, wanted cash and some cigarettes. The clerk complied with that and gave him the cash and cigarettes, and then the man left on foot as near as they could tell. The description they had, he said he was wearing a mask and had a hat on, so he was 6 foot tall, 180 pounds. Not sure if the clerk thought it may have been a light-skinned black man, but wasn't exactly sure on that. And the clerk is... really slow today. 56-year-old man. That was the clerk. Well, wait a minute. Let me double check. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. That was the clerk, and there wasn't somebody else that was inside the store at the time. But no injuries. I said they do have surveillance video that is at the store. I don't think we've obtained that at this point in time.
That was at 1000 Minnesota.
Yeah, like Brookings in Minnesota. It's just a little, it's kind of near Russell Street, but yeah, 1000 block of North Minnesota Avenue. Yep, shopping cart. And the other robbery that happened last night, that was about 7:30, 7:45, somewhere in that time frame. We had a guy that had arranged a meet to buy what he thought was a game console. This was in the 400 block of North Valley View Road. There was a couple of guys that he met. One of them pulled out a gun. They took his cash and then left. So not a whole lot of, he didn't really even have a description of the two guys either, but so not a whole lot of information to follow up on with that one. The sex offenses, one of those involves juveniles. The other two were sex offenders, didn't change their address. The simple assaults were simple assaults, nothing suspicious from either unattended death. Vandalism, there's quite a few of those. I don't have, there was a handful of them, maybe like 2 or 3 different vandalisms that were concentrated in different areas. Most of those are car windows that were broken, either the windshield or the back window. A few people said it looked like there had been repeated strikes, so somebody had hit something, hit the windshield more than once. We don't have any way of knowing if these are connected, but it's not necessarily concentrated. I mean, there was a few of them in the central part, some of them east, some of them west. So I guess it's hard to know. We've had a couple of other reports similar to this over the last couple of days, but again, it's no way to tell if these are all related or not. And nobody witnessed anything. There's a few people that heard some noises, and when they looked out, they didn't see anything. Heard a car drive past, and that was it. So,
Is anybody checking in on surveillance videos or like home friends?
we haven't had any reports of anybody that's been able to record any of that. So I don't know if any of this stuff was captured, and it's just hard to know if this is random stuff or if these are connected. I mean, we've seen that in the past where you may have a group, 2 or 3 people in a car driving around that have broke windows, car mirrors, used BB guns to shoot cars. We've seen a lot of variation, so it's hard to know if this is something that's similar to that, where you have a group of people that are breaking car windows, or if they are just kind of isolated incidents.
Yeah, are they able to get on any locations? It's just
There was a couple of them, like West 9th and West Avenue. There's a couple in there, that area. 6th Street, East 6th Street. There's one near LaSalle and Shepherd. They're not really close to each other. 9th and Lake. See, there's a few of them on Dakota, like 14th Street in Dakota, 18th Street in Dakota, 7th and Prairie. There's one on South Judy and Sheldon Drive, 23rd and Anway. So there is, a couple of them that may be in the same area, but they're like different pockets. So that's why it's hard to know if these are. I mean, some of the ones we've seen in the past, you could almost follow a path just from the damaged cars, but we're not seeing that with this. It's just like different areas that are being affected.
But all of them involve broken windows on vehicles?
Yeah, most of them were windshields, but there's a few back windows that were broken, and even a smaller number had side mirrors that were broken.
And were they all around the same time, or they were reported different?
It's all kind of all over the place. I mean, some of the reports, part of the problem is when the reports are coming in, and so it'd take me a while to go through all of these again, but some of them I think were reported soon after they heard a noise, which was early morning, like 2:30, 3 o'clock a.m. But we had reports that came in the morning, evening, and early morning.
just over the course of the last day, then.
The last 2 days, I'd say, yeah, because there was a few of them I noticed yesterday, but again, and hard to know if these are connected, but now seeing a few more of them today, and it seems like there was more that happened just over the last day, so it just kind of seems like maybe there's something going on, but again, it's hard to know. Anything else? Okay, thanks.